Doge has found that immigration gave a work authorization document to illegals just 5 months after they filed for asylum. That document allowed them to work while they waited to hear whether their asylum request had been accepted or denied. So they could work as an illegal, knowing it would take years before their case was heard. The Immigration Department mailed them a social security number. No interview, no proof of identity. Just put it in the mail. Here's your number. In 2021, Doge says 270,000 new aliens were issued Social Security numbers, 590,000 in 2022, 964,000 in 2023, and 2.1 million in 24, right before Biden left office. Doge also discovered that 1.3 million aliens are now receiving Medicaid. Millions received driver's licenses, some registered to vote, and Doge says some actually did vote. Try and square that against Democrat claims that Musk is destroying Social Security and cutting Medicaid. He's not destroying. He's weeding out people who don't qualify. Who is really guilty of misinformation in this case? It is not Elon Musk.
Facts.
Wow.
Hold on, bro.
Wow. That's a fact now.
The illegal immigrants got 40 acres in a mill.
Hey, technically, yes. Technically, actually, yes. That's insane,
And
bro.
they came here to get paid cheaper, got a guaranteed job, Medicaid, and you could vote.
It was an incentive.
What?
It was an incentive to come. I'm telling you, bro. It was because they were really trying to do the thing with the House seats, bro. That is why they.
I don't even think it was the House seats.
That wins elections, but they gives them power.
I feel like they was going to try to keep the Democrats in power for
years. That's essentially why they're doing it.
Kamala,
they're doing it for voters.
They would have tried to say, well, Joe Biden was so good, we should have gave him a third term. They was thinking that on that level, bro. Can't let the Democrats get back in office, bro.
Nah, that's bad. Wait, hold on, though. Before we
look,
start this.
Why she look different?
So, they was mad and crying that Elon was in Wisconsin giving people $1 million to vote. But y'all was bringing in people to vote. What is really more like swaying a voter?
One was against the law, one was not. That's the biggest thing you need to look at.
Yeah, that too.
Well, they was bringing in guaranteeing voters.
Incentivizing people to get out and vote. If you come vote, you can get $1 million.
Citizens.
They say, hey, y'all come here, live for free, get Medicaid, free housing, free healthcare, free food card, and you can vote.
And you can vote. And
just
your
vote for
family could possibly come over here.
Just vote for who gave it to you.
So who you think they're going to vote for?
Voter registrations are racist.
Wow, that's
voter
way
ID
more a threat to democracy.
Racist.
Man, this
you
is
see what states Kamala won. You saw what states Kamala won.
To be honest with you,
no voter ID.
They actually voted though. That's what's insane. Like
they really need ID to do it.
You know what's sad? More sad, they use black people pain to uplift the immigrants.
They keep doing that.
That shit is so crazy. Why nobody's mad about that?
The president on Thursday told us that there was an incredible discovery that the Doge team had made. He called it horrible and incredible. Can you reveal that yet? Give us details on what it was about?
There has been a discovery. I hate to leave you hanging on a cliff, but I don't want to get ahead of the president on that. But I can confirm there has been a discovery. It's just not quite yet ready for release.
Sir, do you have a sense of how long Elon Musk's mission will last and when he will depart?
Well, Elon is fantastic. And I think it's, he's a patriot, and I think it's a shame what they're doing with his car company. And a great car. It's a great car, great product. And it tells you what a patriot he is. He's amazing. No, I mean, as long as he'd like. I like smart people, and he's a smart person. I also like him personally. When he endorsed me, that's when I really got to know him. I knew him a little bit before that, but not much. And then he endorsed me. And it was a very strong, embracing endorsement, as we all know. And I would say Elon will stay for a certain period of time, and then he's going to want to get back to his businesses full time. But he's done a fantastic job. We found hundreds of, think of it, just hundreds of, we found millions of dollars of fraud and abuse and waste. And they're still going, they're going strong. They found something today that's horrible. It's horrible. So what they found, well, you'll find out very soon, what they found is incredible. And I to give him a lot of credit. He's got some very smart people with him.
Now, you know, some people say Elon got a term.
He just said he's however many days. They said it's how long he's.
No, I know, but I'm
30 days was it?
Yeah, he's supposed to step down from Doge and stuff. Go back to running his companies.
He's just helping out to get it kickstarted.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll be able to run with
hold on.
What he found, though.
So you telling me this man had a term the whole time, and these people
That
been
what they
hooping
say.
and hollering?
Yeah, that's what they say. You know, but I guess the contract could.
They can redo it.
Yeah, the resignation of the dude, Social Security he already resigned.
How did we end up where we are?
Well, that's an excellent question. And when you see people here in Tennessee paying 50% of their income to state, federal, and local taxes through through everything else, fees and everything else, and then they see us sending literally billions overseas to our enemies. You know, I've uncovered $40 million going to the Taliban. A guy named Sean Ryan over Middle Tennessee, former Navy SEAL, podcaster. He and another guy named Legend had brought this to my attention. And, you know, last term, I could not even get the Democrats to bring it up in the Senate. It passed unanimous in the House, not even a question, because they're going to have to admit they made a mistake. And they've continuously made a mistake, and they did it on purpose is the worst part about it. And this graph that you're seeing, and that's 100% what it is.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a paper trail come back to Washington, D.C., and that's why I think a lot of people are nervous, and you'll see a lot of retirements because they are stealing from the American taxpayer, and now they've got their hand caught in the cookie jar, and all they can do is attack Elon Musk.
Damn, so they're not even getting fired.
No, if you got caught doing corrupt stuff, bro, they need to get prosecuted.
The mastermind behind it.
I have to agree. Somebody's got to get charged.
Like Pam, you need to go get that ass.
Yeah, see, this is the time I want to see her start putting some charges on people.
Pam, go get that ass, man, for real.
Cash. My boy Elon.
Get that ass.
Oh, yeah, we know he ratioed him. I ain't even got to say that, but damn.
Chuck, I'm starting to think you're getting a piece of the action with the government fraud, but no, that couldn't possibly be the reason, could it?
So Trump has unleashed chaos on America as tariffs hit families with largest tax hike in more than 50 years. Doge is sabotaging Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. The market is having its worst 3 days since COVID, and congressional Republicans are going along with it all they can to cut taxes for billionaires.
There go the Democrat tactics shit.
I'm sick of Chuck Schumer. That's why AOC finna take his job.
So y'all got exposed for sabotaging Social Security, and now Doge is doing it.
AOC finna take his
y'all
job.
might got hey man.
You know what's more crazy?
Y'all gotta go.
We watching a shit ton of millionaires and billionaires talking about they're losing a shit ton of money.
Yeah, they are. There's a lot of people losing a lot of money.
I'm just tired of these old people in government. These super old people. This is why I said
Bernie gotta go.
Bernie gotta go. Elizabeth gotta go. Chuck gotta go. All them old Nancy gotta go. All they old ass gotta go.
That does look exactly like what they're saying.
They gotta
And
get
they
up
all
out of
got
there.
exposed. Bernie got exposed. Pocahontas got exposed. I haven't seen
Schumer.
I haven't seen the Schumer get exposed yet, but that's why Elon said you might be in on it. We ain't
They for sure
yet.
in on it. All these old politicians in on it. That's why they've been in the game so long, so they could exploit it. That's why they want to be in control. There's too many old people in there, bruh. They need to put term limits on. Age limit, something.
1,000 filing cabinets filled with retirement paperwork, some of them stacked. Buried deep inside this mine in western Pennsylvania is a little-known government office that handles a critical mission for the federal workforce. Now set to be overhauled by the Department of Government Efficiency. From the mine entrance, which they call the portal, we took some golf carts a few hundred feet down into the mine. You can feel the air change when you get inside. And you can see this is all just roughly cut out of the limestone. This was once a limestone mine. And down here, this is where we find the OPM office, where a few hundred federal employees process all retirement paperwork for the entire federal government. It's an analog operation, all done on paper. It can take months for the Office of Personnel Management to process a case, potentially delaying retiree benefits. The facility has literally miles of files, some 26,000 filing cabinets filled with retirement paperwork, some of them stacked 10 high. Matt McIsaac runs the day-to-day operations inside. When you look out over all of this, what do you see?
I see people. I see careers. I see service.
Now, what do you mean a mine?
When Elon Musk brought up the mine in an Oval Office appearance back in February as a target ripe for reform, McIsaac agreed.
He's right. We have to improve the way that we do things for federal employees and for the American public.
Computers, bro.
They don't got no type of. Well, you gotta make sense because the people are. that are retiring are probably like in their late 60s and 70s. So they
Well,
didn't
but you
really
can process it with the
Nah,
computer.
bro, this
They don't mean
completely
you have to do the whole.
unserious.
You can give them a paper.
On paper in 2025,
bro. They probably
nah,
already.
that's obsolete.
What do you mean,
That's,
mine?
that's obsolete.
Mine, he's
They're-
in a literal mind. He trying to tell the American people they burning his shit down. He trying to tell y'all, bro, y'all.
This shit crazy.
He been trying to tell us, bro.
Hey, Elon, bro, I feel bad for you,
Damn,
bro.
they say 124 million in savings.
You pretty much
Google Ads World Management. Is they putting ads out?
Sounds
be
about
using
right. The
words
Republic
making
of Paulo. What the heck? Palau? Where's that?
I wonder what's so crazy that he just found.
Man, it looks like
It's-
they
what did they say it was?
They didn't say
That they was giving illegals money.
Well, that was crazy. I don't know. Do you think that was it?
yeah,
No,
that's
that's
what it
something
was,
else.
I think.
Illegal
Nah, bro.
Social Security and work permits.
Yes,
and
we didn't
they
know
were
about
giving them
that.
What
benefits.
is
That was
what is
today.
more worse? We got the Taliban and
That
the
was
illegals.
those- they
It
said
goes
that's
worse
what
than
they're
that.
talking about.
I know what I'm saying. It get worse than that.
That's the discovery. The fact that they gave millions of illegals Social Security cards and tax work documents.
Maybe. But this was posted before this. So I don't know.
But
That's
you know
the
what?
discovery.
I still kind of feel bad for y'all. Might get people crucify me, but I still kind of feel bad for the illegals because they pretty much got tricked.
Hell no, I don't feel bad for them.
That's them there. Like
I feel bad for the ones.
you know how they
that-
said what is it called?
I feel bad for the ones that was like contributing to society.
Yep, well, gotta go.
What was that? What was that
contribute
word?
to your home society.
Obama
Vivek
deported more of them though.
said that with the FBI's. It was it entrapment?
Yeah.
I feel like with the illegals, that's close to being
Yeah, that
it's
is some entrapment, low key.
That is entrapment level.
If they was paying, doing all that,
Well, now you gotta go home.
that is entrapment.
Now you gotta go home.
Yeah, I mean, because that is a government administration telling you could do that. That is pretty
That's
crazy.
entrapment. pretty
That
much.
is, yeah.
That is completely entrapment. That's why I feel actually kind of no cap. I actually feel bad for them.
They were using them as a pawn.
Yeah, they was literally like.
You're not wrong for feeling like that.
And they paid taxes
It is
too.
unfortunate for
They
them.
paid
That's
taxes
wrong.
too, bro.
Yeah.
To me, that's crazy, bro. They helped fund a lot of this crazy shit that was going on. Too.
But
They was benefiting from
the
that.
American people voted.
They was
to get them
benefiting
out
from
of
what
here.
they were
No,
funding.
they
So
did.
there it is, right there.
That's not the debate though.
They
The debate is
benefited from what they funded.
Entrapped them.
That's entrapment. That's the only
It
thing.
is,
I'm
But
arguing.
they were benefited from that.
The American people never agreed with that, though.
They
Some of
benefit-
them
yeah.
did, but
No, but the point is the government was wrong.
They
for
was
it.
getting
But they
used.
benefited from it.
They
The
got
government
used.
benefited
They got
from it.
free
Use them as pawns.
free housing,
but
free
they're
tax
now, but they're
dollars.
now gone.
How,
now.
yeah, what they benefit? Now they homeless probably right now.
That does. But I mean, you know, hey,
That's
that-
entrapment to
hey,
me.
And
you
the
know?
government used them as
America voted for
pawns.
it.
That's crazy.
They shouldn't have
bro.
did it in the first place. But hey,
That's why I could see some outrage. I don't know, y'all could call me liberal, but I'm just keeping
Nah,
it.
it's not
liberal, bro. It's not
I'm just
liberal.
keeping it
You just-
100. Like
it's not a bad
you
take.
telling me I could get food, water, and you give me a social security card,
I
all
bet
this.
Trump feels bad.
A lot of
Walk
people,
right in.
gonna
Everybody
take
wanted
that.
that.
Who won't
Yeah.
take that?
They-
Everybody
that.
feels bad.
It was
Especially-
entrapment.
Everybody feels bad.
That's like I feel like.
But we voted, and it's over.
That's what it is, man.
I know.
So, you
but
know,
I
it's
feel
up.
like
You
It
just
sucks.
got a little empathy for them.
I'm not talking
I
about
do
them
too.
getting deported. I feel like
That's what you're talking about.
no, I'm not
He
telling them
said
to
the
say.
government tweaked doing that.
They got
Yes.
they got to incentivize them with something. In my personal opinion,
Damn, they got incentivized.
So
They finna send you
incentivized
back
for
on the
what?
plane.
Incentivized for what?
You probably walked over here and your ass got.
I'm
sent
probably
up.
tripping, bro. But like,
Bro,
they
maybe
paid
flew-
taxes.
bro,
That's what
they
I
flew some of them here
And
on a
the
plane.
taxes that they paid went to them getting free housing and
they
free
voted.
cars.
See, that's the thing though, y'all. I'm not gonna say that word, but yeah, they allowed them to vote and they still lost. So the American people really didn't want that. So like, come on, bro.
Because
It's
you
done.
had to have borders. Everyone understands that.
It's over, bro.
I think.
It's over, bro. They got incentivized too much, bro. They was getting free meals, all type of stuff, bro. And they got to look at the New York City lights, all type of stuff.
I'm just
But I
saying.
do feel bad for the ones who lived there for 40 years and paid taxes. And
We
all
all
that.
do. We all do.
You know, I feel bad
Yeah,
for them.
40
We
years
all
to
do.
get your paperwork.
We all do.
Yeah, he could have got married.
Let
Yeah.
Let's see what Elon say though.
I think they're getting desperate because, I mean, the reason we're seeing this extreme amount of hatred and violence is because we're actually succeeding in getting rid of corruption and waste. If we weren't succeeding in getting rid of corruption and waste, they wouldn't care. But we are succeeding. Without President Trump, this would be impossible. So I'd just like to say, you know, it's only possible with this president.
Shout out Elon, man. Obama wanted it, so we not mad at you, bro. The real ones know, bro. The real ones know.
Yeah,
but
bro.
hey, I mean, do y'all seriously think that was what they were talking about though? Because I mean,
That's definitely what they're talking about.
Yeah.
it's
We
just
didn't
the
know
timing
that. We had
didn't
never
add up.
heard that.
The timing.
I
didn't add
saw
up
that
for
this
me.
morning.
No, I'm saying like previously, before today, I don't think I'd never heard
Well,
that.
we kind of
Nah.
assumed it.
Well, we know they was paying taxes. That was
That's,
the
that's
first.
definitely what they're talking about.
That's why I'm gonna
Maybe,
forever
but it just
argue.
don't make sense because I mean she said this at 12:36.
Uh-huh.
You know they
I don't
posted
know.
fast, and then he posted this at 12:18.
He might have heard it.
Breaking
might have heard it
news.
from the same
One
place.
is from the White House. One is from Fox. So maybe the White House, the Fox broke it before the White House did.
Maybe.
Maybe they posted that clip late.
Maybe that.
I'm just gonna say Joe Biden did entrapment
This
on
is
them
insane,
people, and now they making Trump look like the bad guy because he got to do the right thing for the country.
Yeah.
That
agree
breaks
with
it
that
down.
take.
That breaks it down
Hey,
right there.
that's a great take.
Let us know what y'all think though, guys. The stuff they finding is insane.